Okay, check it out. 1, 2, 1, 2. You know why? Cause I can't help but do this. Ingrained in my soul is the music coming through me. Consume 100% of who I am, I lose it. Whenever I hear the beat is dropped, I get defeated. Knock to pop, my sleep, proceed to bleed my deepest secrets lyrically. But seriously, I'm buried in the loose leaf every time I write, cause I'm a choosy mother. Use a lot of words before it's suited. Combination places what I'd like to say into its proper spaces. And before I know it, I've gone crazy. Well, even though I work, you know, music is the only occupation, and it's usually a lonely operation. But I'm soon to prove it is the worthy cultivation of a soul-searching individual's mind to listen and vibe to the proclamation. I dominate the complicated conversations, but also compensate my commonplace with exaggeration. Cause with examination, it's all fabrication. But here's the kicker, it's always what you don't think. The flow gets sicker while the track gets disfigured. But I just do me. So if you're thinking it's gonna be anything other than that, with every track I'm gonna be adamant to make you see. Much respect to those that came before, hugely an influence on my behavior. But usually, if you think I'm coming across as linked up with a fellow rappers, teach to get props, then you're confused. B, cause I'm so unique, right? Patent penning flow, got the TED Talk ready, but no, the man's got an ego. No, then tell him something about your style unequal. This the Mitchy Mitch, rhythmist. Drop the beat, but I always manage to find my way home. Cause I've got that old soul down deep inside, and I can speak with pride on the matter till I freaking die. But in the meanwhile, only time can tell. But I've been told by many others about what is yet to come. What is yet to come? Oh, only time can tell, but I've been told by many others about what is yet to come. What is yet to come? Thank you. Thank you. Check it, yo. And understandably, the man is in a constant battle for his sanity. And when we speak candidly between the man and me, we can't agree. Cause his thoughts are simply fallacy manifested in a manner matching fantasy. And that'll be his downfall, immaculate annihilation of societal status. He was the cream of the crop, but was seen in obscene settings that leave reason to believe he seems what he's not. But yo, he's not what he is, not even to him. It's hard to be in a box. To him, it's like a prison, but he isn't hidden within iron bars, cause the sirens are people that talk, and the bars are the social ladders, and his heart and his hopes are shattered. But a star is a lonely light far from home, so it's only right that the man's sad and mysterious. Some call him, but most just walk right by. Yeah, he's that kind of guy, find your eyes trying to chase him, tracing the night skylines, oh mysterious. They all call him and still just walk on past. He's the man, the kind of guy, shifty eyes trying to chase him, tracing the night skylines. And so they call me mysterious, but to really be serious, I'm hardly hearing it, I'm barely here. I'm a man alone with my experience. I flaunt my fear unintentionally, cause they weren't meant to see my dreariness. Embarrassed by the sheer immensity, but here it is. Now mirror it so I can judge too. Cause they wanna see what it feels like when I just you. Lost often, but not stopped. And my steps never drop or soften, but that does not mean I'm confident. My world is always ominous, I'm honest, and therefore unsavory to those who aren't as. I'm an artist, and some would say a smart man, yet I'm accomplice to hardships on far lands, cause I'm not a sovereign, I'm a member of the czar's hand. We're all at fault, and may never stop the mob's chant, so I'ma have to fade away and try to draw plans. I draw plans, oh, mysterious. Some call him, but most just walk right by. Yeah, he's that kind of guy, find your eyes, trying to chase and trace in the night skylines. Oh, mysterious. They all call him and still just walk on past. He's our man, the side to side, shifty eye, kind of tracing the night skylines. Thank you very much. This is fun.
So in 2007, Mitchmatic was born. And was that a suggestion? You said it was from Joe Gerba, or how did that come about?
Yeah, it's a funny thing, I guess. Joe and my brother used to do a lot of shows. Like, my brother was going by Well Put at the time, but so when I started getting into it, I had to find some sort of name, and I ended up, a suggestion by Joe Gerba, the Joe, was what I went with. I was gonna go Mitchmatic or Mitchmagic or something like that.
Mitchmagic, I like it.
But I ended up on Mitchmatic.
Mitchmatic obviously suits you quite well. How much of Mitch Holtby lives in a Mitchmatic track?
As much as is able to fit. I have a lot of trouble writing about something that isn't very close to me and hasn't happened. So I was excited to get even if it meant getting my heart broken, I'd be excited to have something worthy of a song or worthy of powerful writing. I think of it as a good thing. Even, I don't know, because it's all, anything that you feel so deeply that it's possible to channel it into a song. I feel like it comes through, more so than if it's just coming from nowhere or from an imaginary story.
Let's talk about your secret, or you're bringing something new to the table today here at Secret Setlist. So let's have a chat about that.
Sure. Part of that has to do with the song we've talked about. I'm doing one more song that's off that EP that my brother made. So that's gonna be fun. And also I'm introducing a synth that makes everything sort of eerie and spooky.
Check it out. Yeah, he was a bit of a pitiful sight, a pinnacle of the cynical plight. You know, the clinically ambivalent type, opinions in him subject to the night. Cause in the morning he's alright, with his own views suffice. But soon as the moon hits the fool, he's consumed with an ignorant search for the light. And some would call it first in flight, but most would term it as the person's vice. Cause so assertive said search for light that a certain someone sets all aside. Cursed with the calling that it hurts to fight, that he will follow it, it serves him right. Let him wallow in his folly till the curtain's tight and his audience forgotten how his words recite. Cause everybody has a thing, that's the thing, and it's these things that make the world work. Oh, well, I think everybody has a thing, and thus think that's how the world works. Okay, I hope everybody has a thing, cause without things, really, what's your life's work? But some people boast no meaning in adult proceeding to their meeting with the earth. Everybody finds their way though, maybe. A few of us still worry daily. It's hard to imagine contentment when driven by a bittersweet resentment. A great fear of a life wasted. Even known said fear only hastens. So he gives each second his attention. Cause early ends first find the patient.
Yourself to be the most creative? Like, are you a night owl? Are you an early bird? What works for you?
Definitely a night owl.
Definitely
for sure.
a night owl.
And anyone that knows me could attest to that, I guess, or anyone that's lived with me, I should say. But yeah, most of my songs are recorded around like 4 or 5 in the morning.
4 or 5 in the morning,
Yeah,
and
it's a
that's
good
after
time.
you've been awake all night, not
Oh,
waking up
yeah.
at 4 or 5 in the morning.
No, they'd be much different if I were waking up to do them. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about this when the city is empty that I like. That I don't know. I find my inspiration in that. Sometimes I can think more clearly. So I even walk around and listen to songs I'm mixing or try to write new songs like that.
Do you ever see yourself going to another city, or is there something about Edmonton that you love and is the reason why you stay here?
It may end up being both, actually, because I do love a lot about this city, and it's mostly for its people, but also for, I feel like there is something special in being in hibernation, essentially, for 6 months of the year, and I think we churn out some very creative minds.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the community here in music is, you know, one of a kind.
Oh yeah, and I think it's almost because there's not maybe as much of an industry for it or infrastructure for it as some other cities. So everyone kind of takes care of things for themselves. Like you find a lot of multidisciplinary artists doing like acting in plays and creating music and doing whatever else, putting on comedy shows.
Come on. You guys, how are you doing? Make some noise or something, all right. Yeah, and so I think about my time often on this planet that we dropped in. Grow up and gain an understanding of my callings till the coffin. I'll be applauding, learning, cause everything's incredible, microscopic, yearning. Born with a soul burning for something that determines course in a world at war. Something that averts Earth's cursed nature of fakes and frauds. Try to shake them off, but can't go so far as to scrape the source. And through my blemish pores, the blemish pours until I'm empty and raw. But keep working on the craft until my pen is a sword. And I try to keep an eye on the prize and one straight ahead to see what lies. And all the while, in all my trials, I'm working on the craft until my pen is a sword. At least for me, the word has always been music. One word. Describing all of my pursuits in and finding solace, I'ma definitely need it. Ain't a cliche if it's true. For me, the word has always been music.
One word.
Describing all of my pursuits in
One word.
and finding solace, I'ma definitely need it. Ain't a cliche. Man, potential isn't anything without an action. Actually, it's just for putting artists in depression. And so I'm posing my prose as a weapon to those that oppose my essential ascension. But I suppose it's only for the best when things pass me by and others get them. Cause soon I'll be ready to step in and prove what us meant to do, yeah. And whether or not that means only to myself, pride'll be the only thing encroaching on my wealth. While well written don't sell, all still spitting real foul. The underground's where the real music dwell and fell off the stages and stations to basements, basically chased into hell. But now waiting in patience for change, it's amazing the pace the revolution is taking for me. The word has always been music.
One word.
Describing all of my pursuits
One
and
word.
finding solace, I'ma definitely need it. Ain't a cliche if it's true for me. The word has always been music.
One word.
Describing all of my pursuits
One
and
word.
finding solace, I'ma definitely need it. Ain't a cliche.
How do you feel when you're performing on stage? What are you feeling emotionally and energy-wise? What does that feel like?
I've grown to love it quite a bit, I guess. What I'm feeling, it depends what the audience is feeling too, I guess, because I really draw from that a lot. So if we're in the right mood and everyone's in the right mood, I can get pretty wild. But also, if it's more of a reserved show, I guess I just concentrate on my own representation of exactly what I was meaning when I wrote those lyrics, I guess. So sometimes I feel like I represent the songs as they are and as I've written them, and I really feel the emotion. But other times, I'm performing them well, entertaining in a different way,
Yeah.
or well backflipping or something.
Oh, yeah.
The story about
Okay.
what to do on a
Okay,
date.
come on. Hey, yo, what's up, funny baby? I'ma tell you some reasons why you wanna date me. First, I can take you anywhere you work, and we can get a discount from every single clerk. Not to mention the benefits and perks, and if you got a pension, a wedding, and a church, we can wait. But if worst comes to worst, a year from Monday's our first anniversary.
It shows he has thought about price range.
What? Oh, yeah, of course. We settled it before. Ignore social stigma, she'll get the door. But I still got my dignity until she admits she really isn't into me. At which point I begin to sing is simply a little song. Shania's like, babe, don't you know that when you run away it drives me crazy? It drives me crazy. Come on, why don't you know? Why don't you know? Cause darling, you're my summer evening, beautiful melody. And here we go. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? Hey, you, how could you be so careless? All I wanted to do was meet your parents, but you had to release that document, stopping me from hanging out on your terrace. It's cool, I don't need to be there, it's just, I'll be honest, I'm awfully embarrassed. Along to lawfully wedded, but confidence is dropping steady each time your phone number varies.
It's doing the girl no favor to leave it entirely up to her.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I should drop by her place then. The mailboy told me where she moved to when I paid him.
That would be fine.
Oh yeah, Sutton Lake then. Gee, thanks, mister. I'll make like the wind. I'll bet she's waiting in the den. So maybe I should let myself in. Come on, babe. Can't you see me sitting on the front porch waiting for you? You drove right by. Come on, why don't you know? Why don't you know? Cause darling, I just want you to know how I feel about you. How I feel about you. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? Hey, can't you see me through the window? They're arresting me right behind my back. Yeah, why don't you know? Why don't you know? Cause darling, I would like you so much more if you love me back. If you love me back, why don't you know? Why don't you know? Come on, let's bring it down a little bit. You know, Babe, can't you see me sitting on your front porch waiting for you? You drove right by. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? 'Cause darling, I just want you to know how I feel about you. How I feel about you. Why don't you know? Hey, can't you see me through the window? They're arresting me, they're arresting me. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? 'Cause darling, I would like you so much more if you love me back. If you love me back, why don't you know? Why don't you know? Keep it going.
Why don't they know? Why don't they know? Please, somebody tell me, why don't they know?
I don't know. Anyway, that's the end of my set. Thank you. All right. You guys are great. I can't wait for the rest of the show. Okay. Okay. Come on. Hey, yo, what's up, funny baby? I'ma tell you some reasons why you wanna date me. First, I can take you anywhere you work, and we can get a discount from every single clerk. Not to mention the benefits and perks, and if you got a pension, a wedding, and a church, we can wait. But if worst comes to worst, a year from Monday's our first anniversary.
It shows he has thought about price range.
Well, oh, yeah, of course. We settled it before. Ignore social stigma, she'll get the door. But I still got my dignity until she admits she really isn't into me. At which point I begin to sing is simply a little song. Shania's like, babe, don't you know that when you run away it drives me crazy? It drives me crazy. Come on, why don't you know? Why don't you know? 'Cause darling, you're my summer evening, beautiful melody. And here we go, here we go, here we go. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? Hey, you, how could you be so careless? All I wanted to do was meet your parents, but you had to release that document, stopping me from hanging out on your terrace. It's cool, I don't need to be there, it's just, I'll be honest, I'm awfully embarrassed. I long to lawfully wedded, but confidence is dropping steady each time your phone number varies.
It's doing the girl no favor to leave it entirely up to her.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I should drop by her place then. The mailboy told me where she moved to when I paid him.
That would be fine.
Oh yeah, Sutton Lake then. Gee, thanks, mister. I'll make like the wind. I'll bet she's waiting in the den. So maybe I should let myself in. Come on, babe. Can't you see me sitting on the front porch waiting for you? You drove right by. Come on, why don't you know? Why don't you know? 'Cause darling, I just want you to know how I feel about you. How I feel about you. Why don't you know? Why don't you know? Hey, can't you see me through the window? They're arresting me right behind my back. Yeah, why don't you know? Why don't you know? 'Cause darling, I would like you so much more if you love me back. If you love me back, why don't you know? Why don't you know?